We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Jack and Jill here.
howdy.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steve and Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I talk about, quite simply, how to complete your first land deal. You know, for the last couple of days, Jill and I are talking about taking risk and what's the riskiest thing you can do is not taking risk at all. And 90% of the people who are millionaires own real estate. That's all great. Thanks.
Yeah.
How do you do it? What are the mechanics of actually taking the first step to getting a land transaction or a real estate transaction done? So we'll take you through it.
Cool.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free.
And don't forget, tomorrow I will be live at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Yep, 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time via YouTube and Facebook. So check out the Land Academy channels for the details. Ed wrote, if I only send mail to 2.5 acres to 10 acre properties in my zip, the quantity is 609. For me to send 12,000 mailers, conceptually, I need to get around 10 to 15 zip codes. If I keep it targeted like that, am I thinking accurately or am I missing something? Thank you.
Ed, this is an amazing question, and you are on your way to being incredibly successful at doing this, or really, honestly, whatever you choose to do. Diversification is the pillar of success in anything when it comes to placing money and doing different types of equity creation for yourself. So yes, you are 100% in what you're correct in what you're doing. Wouldn't it be better to send property to 10 or 15 zip codes than just one? It's always better to diversify. Mm-hmm. And yeah, 12,000 mailers, heck yes. You are setting yourself up to the chances of getting a 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 great properties out of a 12,000 unit mailer and 10 or 15 zip codes. You're setting yourself up to really, really succeed.
That's like the dream. You know, really, that's the perfect way. The last thing you want to do is send out 200 mailers and you're staring at, I hope something comes back this week. Could you imagine? Maybe I'll get something, maybe I won't. How long does that flipping take? And then maybe you get one trickling in here and another one there. And then you're like, well, all right, I got 5 I collected now. Can I make any of these work? That's not the position you want to be in. The way Ed is doing it is the best way, which is let it out there, just blast it. And guess what? Now you got 10, 20, 30 responses, maybe more with 12,000. I'm going to argue a lot more with 12,000.
Yeah, me too, especially in the different zip codes.
Right. You're going to have a lot of responses to play with. And especially with that many zip codes, this area worked out great. Over here, not so much. Mm-hmm. This is what I learned. I overpriced over here. I underpriced over here. But I fixed them. And you're overwhelmed with these deals coming at you. Imagine that, right? And now Ed could sit back and go, okay, take a number, folks. I only have, this is the whole thing. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm only one person. So I'm going to pick the top 3 and I'll get to those next 3 next week and the next 3 the next week. And by then I got more mail going out. So that's the position you want to be in.
I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things that goes on in Land Academy for me is to listen to a reader and listen to a question like this. It's a very, very intelligent question. And then I know that a very substantial number of people go off, do this stuff, do very, very well for themselves financially, and then I just never know about it. It's very hard we've spent a lot of time. We've spent a lot of time on Land Academy, Jill and I have, and it's like, if you're successful, will you please let us, what I'm saying is, if you're successful, will you please let us know? Will you send us an email to support or send it directly to Jill and I, Jill at Land Academy or Jack at Land Academy? And is that your email address? Love. No, I just think that I love these success stories. And I know that if Ed here follows through on this a couple of times, it's going to be wildly successful.
He's probably posting some success in Discord right now, depending on when this mailer.
No, I don't need love.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not.
Hold on a moment.
It's like
I gotta just put the brakes on anyway, and I gotta say, is that really the biggest issue that you face in Land Academy? Because I'm gonna argue no.
What's the biggest issue you face?
Staffing. and I wish I could consult all day. I wish I could consult 24 hours a day. It's just not possible.
Yeah.
So.
You mean consult with members?
Uh-huh. I wish I could coach and be there 100% 24. I don't even 24 hours a day. I only get 24 people. That's not effective.
Right.
I need to hit more people. That's why we do the show and all the things that we do in the Thursday call. But anyway, I just wanted to know. So what's but I answered mine. Mine's staffing. What is your real biggest thing in Land Academy?
Staffing.
Oh, all right.
And I hate to be boring, but it's a challenge now more than ever, but it always has been a challenge.
Got it.
Today's topic, how to complete your first deal. This is the meat of the show.
First land deal. This is big.
There's 3 components to completing a land transaction. And if you're like most people, including me, you really enjoy 1 or 2 of them. And maybe not so much the third. It's very unusual for somebody to enjoy all 3 components. So that's why ultimately by default, Jill and I got together. And so all 3 of them are covered.
No, that's not the reason we got together initially, by the way.
Yeah. It's a little bit more...
True time.
It's a little bit more biological than that.
Exactly. Just turns out I was good on the phones. I know how to sell things.
Here's the 3 steps. Number 1, education. This isn't, for some reason, people think that buying and selling real estate is just something that you learn.
Yeah, just wing it.
Yeah, you just do it.
Can I wing it? Just figure this out?
I mean, you can, but you're going to do it wrong several times, like I did.
And take 10 years to catch up to us. There's one way. That's what.
Step 2 is buy some property, and step 2 is sell it. Step 3 is sell it. That's broken up. It's that simple. So where do you get educated? Everywhere. This is 2023, 22, 23. You can, the internet is just chock full of places to learn how to do this for free, and how to do anything, by the way. I mean, education is fast and cheap, if not free, to learn how to do anything. So there's no excuse not to really immerse yourself into either buying, selling land, or learning how to own a convenience store, or whatever it ends up being. So that leaves buying a piece of real estate, that first piece of real estate. That's great, Jack. I don't have any money. Yep, I didn't either.
Join me on Thursday. I'm going to talk about it.
Jeez, what kind of plug?
I know, right?
What kind of plug is that?
I had to. It's a big deal. I haven't done one of these in a while. And it's going to be worth it. Trust me. Sorry.
Lucky for you. Don't you hate all that stuff out there that says no money down? You can do this with it doesn't cost any. Well, it turns out the way that we do it, you really don't need any money, but you got to still have to do stuff.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of moving parts.
So once you got yourself educated on how this kind of whole thing works, you're going to realize that your job, and we're in step 2 now, in buying a piece of real estate, your only job is to find a great deal. Forget about the money. Forget it. We have people in our group, and there's people all over the internet that would be elated to fund your deal if it's a great deal, and if they like you, or you impress them, let's say professionally, just like Shark Tank. And so you need to go through the education, or our education, or anywhere else, or a combination of education sources, and you need to learn how to generate a deal flow funnel for yourself. We choose to do it by using direct mail. We send direct offers to owners in a targeted area that we have qualified for ourselves as being a likely candidate, a likely zip code, likely county, maybe even a likely state, where we can buy land inexpensively or under its current value and resell it for more. That's it. Learn how to send a mailer out, or hire somebody like us to get mail out, so that you're getting your funnel of potential deals are coming back now on the phone, via email, or however else that you think it's appropriate for you. When you find a great deal and you don't have the money, or if you do have the money, great. When you find a great deal, seek the funding out.
If you have the money, call me.
Yeah, call us.
Yeah.
We fund a lot of deals.
Sure.
If that's why we created Land Academy, to do deals with people. Mm-hmm. And then how many years now? It's been...
Oh, for Land Academy?
13 years. It's been 8 years, I guess.
That can be 8 years, but gosh, overall, are you going on 30 years now? No, I don't even know.
Yes, it's like 25. It doesn't matter. It's a lot. My point in saying it's a lot of years and it works. We wouldn't, there's a lot of other people out there. This is their first year doing this and teaching it. And that's too bad because I'm not sure they're doing it correctly. So you found a great piece of real estate. You found a person to not lend you the money, to partnership the deal with you.
Right.
So you're in it together.
Good point.
And now you've got a money partner and an operations partner, which is you. And you've got it purchased and the two of you own it. You contract out the best person you can possibly find to sell that piece of real estate, that local piece of real estate you can find, which is usually a land specialized real estate agent. So now the numbers are like this. You found a piece of property to buy for $100,000. It is worth, let's say, $200,000. You get your money partner to fund 100% of it. You're still in it for zero. And then you go and sell it for $180,000 below its retail value. Everybody, the entire transaction makes 80 grand. You take 40, the money guy takes 40, and you go do it again. That's how you got your first real estate deal done with no money at all. And the money partner is never going to leave you alone now. If you can turn his money or her money like that, they're going to say, let's do this for life. Mm-hmm. And they're probably going to say, I've done it over here with these other two guys. And I would love for you to be number 3. So we're good at this. So now you're part of a group of people. This can take 60. You're 60 days away from this. I'm not blowing smoke and I'm not here. This is what zero down real estate is, the right way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
not
so
borrowing.
Now
not
you're 60
payments.
to 90 days away from being in a group of people that are experienced with a ton of money, who are buying and selling land really, really effectively. And you have one single job to locate property that's undervalued, not raising capital, not dealing with tenants or hiring a contractor to renovate a house or any of that stuff. You're just sitting in front of your computer, getting mail out, answering the phone. You're very quiet.
You are on a roll, baby. I'm letting you go. There's a few times I try to interject and I realize, nope, don't go there.
Anyway, what do you think?
No, it's what do I think? Do you think it would work?
She's snotty.
I know, I'm being joking. Of course. No, it's perfect. I have nothing to add other than happy you could join us today. 5 days a week. You can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow's Jack Thursday, and I'm going to talk about how there's only 6 ways to get rich. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
Well, I look forward to that.
Yeah?
See, that even has my interest peaked there. You think I'm kidding? No, I think it's
Since
awesome.
when have you been interested in anything I kind of say at all, ever?
Since the day I met you, you know that.
Jeez.
Totally. Don't forget, tomorrow night, you can find me live on YouTube and Facebook at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Check it out, YouTube, check it out on Facebook. There's some other things that you can, I'm sure it might be popping in your email by now, but hope to see you there.
We're Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.